What is going on, YouTube? Northeast Ohio sports cards. Welp, who could have ever seen this one coming? I hate to be that guy. I get a lot of things wrong, but I think I got this one right. This story has been rumored / floating around the interwebs for a couple days now. I was waiting to make this video till I had a little bit more solid proof that this was every store and just not certain stores. And then, in addition to these signs, there was a leaked internal document that came out as well today talking about this. And that essentially confirmed that this is happening. Now, they do specifically state this is a pause. Doesn't say permanent, just says pause, and that they will reevaluate the situation. Doesn't say when, just says pause. Now, the interesting thing is that we had the Panini update a couple days ago. I decided not to make a video on that because honestly, they didn't say a whole lot, in my opinion. It basically just said Target and Walmart remain strong partners, and then it was a bunch of fluff. I'm sure that's the case. Panini may want Target and Walmart to remain strong partners. Target and Walmart may not want to remain strong partners. I don't know. But I think the days of in-store are definitely gone for a while. I'll be very curious to see how this affects upcoming products. We'll talk about that in a minute. And how long this actually goes on for, and any unintended consequences that may arise. So before we deep dive, like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff down below. So my guess is essentially kind of how I thought this was going to play out when we talked about this a couple days ago. I'm going to guess they're just going to move everything to online for the time being, because you have products coming. Like, Select Football is still hitting stores. This affects baseball, so this affects Topps products. Bowman will be coming out shortly. After that, you have Select Basketball. You have Optic Basketball, along with a ton of other products. 2021 NFL Score came out today, so that would probably be in retail very soon. Where does all that stuff go? Does it just sit in a distribution warehouse and come out months later when they decide to start reselling cards? I doubt it. My guess is it starts to go online. Or does Panini say, okay, we need to reevaluate the situation. We're going to cut down your initial order and we're going to sell the majority of it directly through our website. That could be in play too. Who knows? I have to imagine Panini knew that this was coming. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. This only affects Target, so Walmart is still fair game, and it only affects these 4 SKUs. So like Magic the Gathering, NASCAR, hockey, that stuff's still all good to go. It's just the 4 super hot ones that are going on pause. And this is the classic situation of all it takes is 1% of people to screw it up for 99% of the people. I talked about it in the video about the assault that in most cases, things were going okay out there to pretty well. But you have a couple situations where people do some stupid stuff, and now all of a sudden, this is what happens. It's like the one bad kid in school ruins recess for everyone, and everyone has to stay inside. And there's probably going to be a lot of unintended consequences from this that we're not even thinking about / considering. Does this affect breakers at all? Small time breakers? Does this affect a certain segment of people that, sold this stuff at card shows? You go to card shows and there's a majority of people that sell a lot of retail wax, that flip a lot of retail wax. It's still going to be out there, but this cuts off an inventory stream from an already narrow stream of inventory to begin with. Does this cause a short-term spike in like select retail wax prices? Because all of a sudden there was a certain level coming into the market, and now that has, a certain segment of that has dried up. Like I said, Walmart's still going to sell and you have some of the local pharmacies and stuff like that selling, but you're still cutting out a certain supply that's hitting every Friday. Every Friday you search for Select, and everyone's got their one cello and one blaster box up on eBay to buy. And I'm sure there's tons of things that I am not even thinking about that's going to have a trickle down effect that we're not considering, not thinking of, no one even thought of it. And then all of a sudden we kind of figure it out later that like, oh, this goes back to that probably. The big question is how long? We don't know. And then, like I said, to me, the interesting question is what is the plan for the stuff already in the distribution channel? Select football, I don't know how long into their life cycle they are on that. There has been a lot that's got to retail already, so maybe that was going to start winding down anyway. But what happens to the stuff sitting in a warehouse? Does Target just move it and sell it online? Does Panini still have stuff that they haven't sent out yet that now they'll hold and just sell on their own website? And then, like I said, how does this affect future releases upcoming? I'm going to guess it's going to be a little bit of mix of everything. Target will probably sell more online. Panini will probably hold more back to sell online, and we'll see what shakes out. But it also depends on how long this pause is. Like I said, there's that other product coming. Panini is going to want that on the market. So is there going to be this weird supply shortage in the middle? I don't know. Does this make things worse? Because you have one less major retailer selling wax? Like now imagine Walmart's. And like the Walgreens and the CVS's and all those pharmacies and stuff that sell cards. Now people are really going to be hunting at those even harder to find stuff, especially if it causes a increase in prices. So like I said, there's all these weird ripple effects from this one decision that we don't really necessarily know of yet. So we'll see how this all shakes out. I really, like I said, there's going to be a bunch of different things that happens here that no one is thinking of. I'll be curious to see if Panini makes an updated statement or anything else comes out, or if just all of a sudden one day there's Select blasters on Panini's website for MSRP, maybe, or does Target just shunt way more inventory that way? We'll find out. The way I understand it, people have said that Target has their bot problem relatively under control. I have not tried it personally. I don't follow any of the groups and stuff that post when, Target gets restocks on the website and everyone runs and buys it all. So I'm not like super up on how easy it is to go click a link to a blaster box in a Discord and try to buy it. But it's going to put more pressure on that as well. So once again, this is just another one of those little paper cuts, just a little thing, as things keep edging, taking little bites out of all the different aspects of the hobby. This is just another one. So we'll see how it all shakes out. I will definitely be interested to see. The big one is does Walmart follow suit as well? That's the other big key question here. And in addition to the inventory that's already in Target system, where does that go? Does Walmart follow suit? Because that would really be, I think that would be a even bigger deal than if both of them are out of the game temporarily. And like I said, it does say pause. Now, what pause means? Does that mean weeks, months, a year? Who knows? Maybe they're going to take this pause and come up with a better way to distribute in store. I'm not smart enough to come up with what that way is. Maybe they take this time to flush out a better system for selling it all on the website. I don't know. We'll see what shakes out of this. But I don't see the demand lessening anytime soon. And if anything, this is going to cause greater demand to the other outlets. So, like I said, I hate to sit here and say I told you so, but you could see this one coming a mile away. And anyone that didn't see this one coming, you're just not reading the room. Maybe it's just because I worked retail forever. There's just certain things stores don't want to deal with and certain things corporations don't want to deal with. And that's stuff like what happened last week. They don't want the PR hit. They just don't want to deal with stuff like that. And the amount of profit that they make off of this, they could probably honestly take that shelf space, put a bunch of Snickers bars there, and probably make more money off of it. Or lease the space to a different type of vendor if they're leasing the space. I don't know what the arrangements there are, if they're actually making money off the product or they're leasing the space to Anderson's, MJ Holdings, and Excel. It's probably that. But they could just as easily lease that space to someone else. That is prime space right at the front of the store in the aisles. that is prime space that companies would gladly pay for. So it's not like they're going to have trouble filling that with other product if they have to. That will not be a problem. Trust me. So that's all I got for you guys and girls today. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, sub if you're first time here. I will be on Reggie Collects tonight to talk with him again about the comic book world. And it's going to be a topic that probably actually crosses into comics and sports cards. Kind of applies to everything. You could probably take the comic book tint off of it, and it would probably apply to both mediums. So if you want to check me out on there, I will be on there at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time later this evening. If you want a sports channel, like I said before, like button, sub, all that jazz. And there is the eBay affiliate link. Feel free, if you are going to make any purchases, regardless of what it is, to use the eBay affiliate link in the description of this video. It helps out the channel ever so slightly. That's all I got for you guys and girls. Catch you on the next one. Peace.